Let's get straight into it. Nicki Minaj is going ballistic on SZA right now. She said, bitch, Gorilla hit that auto tune button, Miss Meek and Mild Freckles. And she has a post of a tweet that SZA put up back in 2011. And it says, I don't get it neither. At Rihanna or Sierra can't hold a note worth a damn. One's just worse than the other. So what's the beef? Hold on. So now Nicki, oh my God, Nicki. Now everybody knows SZA Freckles is fake. And I remember back in the day, SZA she went on Power 105 and Charlamagne was asking her if her wig was real. And she sat there and told the world her wig was real when it's not. Now, this is a big beef. Let's get to it. Nicki Minaj tweeted, oh, oop, and she posted this. It says Nicki Minaj is generally considered more successful than SZA based on her career longevity, album sales, and impact on the music industry, particularly with the rap genre. While SZA has achieved significant success and acclaim, particularly in recent years, Minaj established dominance, particularly as a female rapper, surpassed SZA's current achievements. Now, it's crazy because I rock with SZA. I'm a SZA fan. But when we talking Nicki Minaj, there is no female artist that's ever been bigger than Nicki Minaj. SZA, yes, she's gonna have a diamond single. Yes, she went on a tour with Kendrick Lamar that sold yada 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 yada. Don't post SZA Grammys as a flex because you get Grammys based on what you participate in. If you don't participate and go to the certain industry events, you're not getting a Grammy. It doesn't matter who you are. Why you think Uzi don't got a Grammy? Why you think YoungBoy don't got a Grammy? They have achieved feats that artists will probably never achieve on some Tom Brady level stuff. You have to go to certain events and be certain, like very, very pro industry. You can't be anti industry. And Nicki Minaj has been doing a lot of exposing, especially on Rock Nation and Desiree Perez, which with women I don't understand is y'all all about protect women. But when Nicki Minaj is showing you that this woman is being abused by her mother and calling black people the N words and all type of things, y'all not really showing up. Let's keep going into the beef. Nicki Minaj continues and says, bitch, put out a whole new album as a deluxe to an already existing album. That was out like 2 years ago, so the original album could break records. Like, what in the insecure lack of morals and integrity you doing? I thought she was a real artist. Okay, see, now I'm looking at SZA achievements even more funny now. So you're really, that's corny. I'm not even gonna. That's self-explanatory. Nikki tweeted, "Wait, so does SZA think she's more successful than me? Y'all catch me up, please, SZA. If every song you've ever done vanished right now, the music business wouldn't even miss you." And that's the thing. SZA's a singer. We've had millions of successful singers, bro. We got the king of pop, Michael Jackson, for crying out loud. We had the R. Kellys of the world. The list goes on when it comes to singers, bro. Yeah, and let's be real, in the singing category, there's not much competition. Why do you think Drake and Party Next Door dropped the R&B album and it was like critically acclaimed in the R&B genre, bro? That's like dropping when Drake dropped that House album. It was easy to go number one in House. There's nobody really, you feel me? I've been to countries that never heard of you. I know you're not that stupid. Stadiums. Did you look at the venues I played on my own headline festival tour out of the country last year? Bitch, have you ever headlined it to 80K people? Bitch, what have you ever done besides yodel with autotune that needed retuning? Boo, I'm an icon, you're not. The end. Pay that man for almost breaking his back. Why didn't you speak up when your ex was bullying and harassing me? You dirty mangy. Ooh, I can't even say that word. You CUNT. These botted numbers on all platforms have y'all losing y'all motherfucking minds. You the type that would have been quiet in school trying to fit in. You still have no clue who you are. I know you went nights without washing that musty face. You know you remember exactly you how you remember exactly where every freckle go. Yo, she's cooking her. Hashtag justice for the more. Desiree Perez, we want to discuss your daughter's lawsuit. And did you do the depositions? Okay. That's real. She's really exposing All these people, Epstein files, Illuminati, and all this weird stuff. And once again, back to protect all women. She's advocating for this Desiree Perez situation. If you a woman, you should really be advocating for this. Now, if you want to be like, okay, she's Hispanic, she ain't black, that's debatable. You know, her husband's black, X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z. Nicki goes on to say, Shh, where's your baby or Armand? One thing that he gonna do is entertain us all. We do when she's gone. This is what we've been wanting when this is what they be wanting when they release music. Speak on me or about me at your own risk. When I'm discussing the abuse I've suffered at the hands of any man, if you as a woman choose to get in the field, you're gonna leave bloody. And that's the thing about women too. Like y'all be all protect women, but women like to stand up for women, but it gets very selective when it's a woman that's not favorable. One thing about Nicki Minaj, right? Nicki Minaj is one of those people who's always right, but she's not liked. And when you're liked, doesn't matter if you're wrong or right. People are gonna always pick your side. Who else is like that? Takashi 69. Takashi 69 is pretty much always right when you could approach these conversations from a logical and not emotional standpoint, but he's not liked. So no one's gonna really, oh yeah. But let's keep it going. When I when I'm discussing abuse I've suffered at the hands of any man, if you as a woman choose to get in the field, you're gonna leave bloody. I'll expose more of your lies and I tell y'all all the time I play the long game. So while you celebrated if significant wins and fake laughed for hours, God was already working. Sit this out. And you know Nikki Trini, chill out. Trust. Ego won't win this one. Truth is truth. It doesn't change the lies and deceit and abuse of power. Ain't gonna cut it no more, no more, no more, no more. Yo, TDE Punch, I ain't gonna lie, my boy. You thank God you got a bag. That's all I can say. Like I say, I'm a fan of SZA. I've been a fan of SZA, but I always say I was sitting in the crib last week, like, yo, SZA, we know what your old face looked like, but since you got your surgeries, like you always got on makeup, gang, like, and you don't got to do it to approve me. I'm just a random dude in my mom's basement. I'm just a random guy in my mom's basement. But thank you very much. But why you always got on makeup? Like, come on, bro. Like you got all this. Why do y'all get surgery to throw makeup over the plastic surgery? And then y'all had the nerve to use a Snapchat filter on top of the surgery and the makeup. The point of plastic surgery is so you never had to use makeup. We all know what SZA old face looked like. You know what I'm saying? SZA said, Nicki tweeted, "Shut up, ugly." Oh, that's New York though. That's just that New York. Like SZA tweeted, "Let me go back to being calm, shy, and meek. Y'all have a blessed night. See you tomorrow for night 2 in Paris." Yo, Nicki retweeted it and said, "Shut up, ugly." Hashtag for justice for Demore. Yo, Nicki is a savage. She said, looking and sounding like she got stung by a fucking bee. Dot, 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 drawings on my fake freckles at her ass. Go draw your freckles back, Bookie. Liar, liar, pencil on fire to sound like a dead dog. SZA tweeted Mercury and record grade. Don't take this bait, silly goose. Because Nicki is shooting. This is SZA shooting subs at her. What's up is that the pawns always go out sad, broke, and cursed. Most of them never even knowing they were pawns. Chill, the projection is loud today. Pool stink. She would have been able to graduate therapy by now if she didn't follow people on social platforms who she's tired of. I'm sure they got therapists. And it's crazy because I seen academics just DJ Academics just tweeted like 15 minutes before I made this video, like of a screenshot saying SZA blocked him. I'm dead. He's like, bro, I haven't even been talking about her. At Nicki Minaj and J. Cole, Let Me Calm Down has now sold over 500K RA units. And I never even heard of this song and it sold. So, I mean, Nicki Minaj's Super Freaky Girl remains the last solo single by a female rapper to stay on the top 10 Billboard Hot 100s in its third week at number 7. Nicki tweets, "So glad I have proof of being bullied and being lied on by a man publicly on a platform I use for my job after I rejected his business propositions on more than one occasion. He failed to disclose to the public that I have rejected his business propositions and thereby acted in what appears to be retaliation, purposefully used to cause financial damages and to engage in a smear campaign against the brand. Ooh, she either talking about Hove and that title joint and or something with TDE Punch, but Nicki been going on. Nicki been giving us so much content. I didn't even cover it. It's just too much to cover. She said, "Y'all remember when Doodoo the Beast was feeling his doodoo? Wait, hold on. Tiny executive. Oh, she's going in on Punch. Me after she's saying this is Punch. Me after I suck some good zick. Guarantee you wouldn't fight a man. We have every tweet of your what? Insistent bullying, lying, and more. Your name was added to this list. He draws. Same thing that make you. The same that make you laugh make you. Add her to your defamation lawsuit. That's what one of the Bob said. Y'all remember that man from TDE who kept bullying me on Twitter for no reason? We have receipts. I've never even responded to him. What was his name again, y'all? I'm gonna give him a nickname. I'm gonna call him minus 30 million from now on. Cause remember, Kendrick dropped 30 million views. Kendrick definitely bought it up. I mean, all y'all bought it up. A lot of y'all don't. The people who don't know the business don't even know that the label got him bots. I remember this was back from like 2017. I'll be like, if you're not an independent artist, then you probably don't even know that your label botted your shit. But because people that are signed just don't know much. They never really had to, they never had to learn this stuff. Tired of seeing Nicki Minaj rant on Twitter, mental illness at this point. Nicki said, excuse me, get your follow me. What about a woman allegedly putting listening devices and cameras in her adult daughter's bedroom and watching her have sex with her husband? Would that be considered mental illness? Blocked for being cursed. I mean, like I said, women, y'all sit here and stand up for women all day on Twitter, but y'all get real selective about who y'all want to defend, though. Okay, what Nicki Minaj got? No, 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 no. This not no. If this not about SZA and Nicki, we not even reading that. Did Nicki just shade Beyonce? Okay, we gonna go back to the top. Now let's start from the top. I had to get to the juicy part for y'all. Now let's get it cracking. Okay. Exactly. We gonna call the Mizza. It's been miserable going on 2 decades. A miserable, passive aggressive weirdo. Congrats, at SZA. You played yourself. She said, actually, no. The fans went and looked up and said, actually, no, we're not. The moon is not in retrograde. Okay. SZA ain't going. SZA from Jersey. She ain't gonna clap too hard. SZA from Jersey. I'm not saying they not like that, but whoa, job blast, no curse. She's just posting like all these accolades, but once again, they don't mean nothing because SZA's a very insecure person. Academics called her fat, and then she called Drake to call Act to tell Act that she was thinking about unaliving herself. So I mean, I don't want to see like your fake accolades that you posting because that's not really making you happy or bringing real fulfillment. If somebody can't call you fat without you breaking down. SZA didn't really have nothing really to say. She threw that little shade and Nicki gave her an umbrella to. I'm saying. Let's see. Let's check out my boy. Let's check out my boy Act. Let's see what Act talking about. Act said, I'm on vacation 34 minutes ago. I'ma mind my business for now. But to be honest, I'm side-eyeing everyone who's critical of Nicki Minaj recently. She's only been exposing the demons of this industry. If you against her, you probably sold your soul. Nicki on bad timing recently. She ain't lying either. Everybody just too scared to say that she's saying. Trust me. Facts though. Act tweeted LOL. SZA has blocked you. Okay, this is all I really got for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I know it's probably more crazier tweets and more crazier stuff going on, but let's, you know what I'm saying?